conscience does not play any part in their moral obligation.
Right, some of them, right.
It is, not all of them. If you have any conscience at all, Clean Green, you cannot look back to the last PNP administration, which I respected.
So what am I saying to you, what I'm saying to you,
for continuing.
What I'm saying to you, you see, is that no matter how it goes, for any of us here to pass that kind of judgment without knowing the facts, as to say, who is actually saying, oh, say, this is right, and go support it. We can't know.
There's nobody there to say it.
No man, you have people saying it, man.
When you look on a man like you, Small, which I consider a man of integrity, when you, Small, can back the leader of the opposition where the constitutional reform is concerned, after he agreed, he have to backtrack and sing the song that Mark Golden is singing. It can't be feasible
you cannot say you Small represents all. That's what I'm saying to you. You have people out there.
But he should. He should have stand up.
Hold on. Based on the conversation, and based on what the gentleman said, John said, is the facts are out there, and there are people who I want to say they had an incline, they're inclined to vote PNP over the years. And they
still will today.
Whatever percentage of it, there's a percentage out there that conscience is going to guide them, and they're going to vote for the JLP. And you can, I'm not saying majority.
So Clean Green.
I'm not saying majority. I'm saying that there are some people who will do that. Yeah.
The people that I'm appealing to is not those of the PNP. It's those who are sitting on the fence. That it doesn't matter to them.
And some of those same people...
Let me finish. The people who are sitting on the fence who never... There's a percentage of Jamaicans who never turn out and vote, because it doesn't matter who is in the power in office. When they're ready, they take up them passport, book them ticket, and them gone.
Sure.
Those are the set of people I am appealing to. That I'm saying to those people, listen, we need your support. As I put it, you don't have to be a Labour right. You don't have to be a supporter of a JLP. You just have to love Jamaica and want the best for Jamaica. We need your support. We, the Jamaica Labour Party, need your support. You can see for yourself. Crawford said, the PNP look through them bad eye. You understand? And they are a cookie jar. They are the cookie jar stealers. The thief from their own cookie jar. Crawford said. You understand what I say? So we are calling to those set of Jamaicans who have a conscience. They are not PNP. If PNP did have a conscience, they couldn't vote for a Mark Golden. They could not, because we are the same one that born Babylon. This man is from Babylon. In 2023 or somewhere about, Elisa Flats, the residents of Mona, they wanted his people. He would have been seen his riches, his wealth then. He and his mother and the chairman for the John Golden Foundation, I forget his name, some army man. They protested along with other residents in the university compound against the people getting 3 acres of land for redevelopment that the PNP wanted to redevelop for the benefit of the people who are living in slum across the road there. And he and his mother and these people come out and protest against it. They said that they don't want the what they call them, the slums, to come near them. They're going to devaluate their properties. Mark Golden did that, He's the same one that going with Duncan data up our garden town. I look vote. After they, I wonder if this 700 family remember that. But Mark Golden was against that protest. There was another 5 acre that was allotted later on, and because of that, the PNP wanted to do it, and probably the cripple guy wanted to leave some legacy of goodness, and even that Mark Golden fight against.
Guys, turn up the screen, please. Turn up the screen, please.
That would have been a legacy for him.
Share the live also, please. Thank you.
Mark Golden protest against that. I wonder if Sister Favor, Auntie Favor, I hear this. Because she need to use that on them. You understand? Mark Golden come out and protest against the very people that he is looking for support from today. In PNP, in no good conscience can vote for Mark Golden, because Mark Golden is everything that is against Jamaica. Everything.
Since 11.
Yeah.
But I know, as I said, that me and you are from the 70s.
Yes.
And Clean Green is a little more earlier than us. But what I wanted to say to you, sir, I know how the PNP are in this country.
Of course,
PNP will stay away. The PNP will stay away from the poll, not supporting their party. Whenever time we find ourselves in a situation coming up to 2007, 2011, 2016, 2020, the PNP will stay. Then a vote JLP, you know, what they did is stay away from the poll because they realize that their party has brought their life and the country to a crisis level.
No. If
well, I want to complete. I want to finish. Bring their country and their life to a crisis level. And so they will stay away from the poll, allowing the JLP to gain state power to fix the situation.
And then care
but
about
as
the PNP
soon
again.
as the JLP get it right and fix the situation and brought about some level of stability, those PNP will gather again in numbers.
Yes.
We elect back their party to government to reign over the stability.
Yes. That is why we need the call.
That's the nature of the PNP.
Yes, that is correct.
And they know damn well that whenever time they elect back their party to reign over the stability, that their party will bring back the country right back to where it
because
were.
the party, or if you look at it over the years, the party will take the resources and give it to them for doing nothing.
Because that is what they want. That is what the majority of the supporters want.
Yes.
All right, let me tell you something now. Corruption is that thing like this, you know, sir. It's not necessary say you're getting something in your hand, you know. But you have some people employed in a government, and them we call in absent for work, but them somebody still mark the register present for them.
Present, yes.
Right? Again,
yes.
Here we have some people know say, although them in a government work, when certain little contract are going to run through parish council for them name, they're at the top of the list.
Amen.
This is what these people want. And that's why you hear the argument is so profound on the street that nothing are going.
Because they're not getting the free money.
The JLP is trying to minimize the corruption that was taking place widespread in Jamaica. You have people in this country who live for corruption, sir.
They wait for the PNP to get power so they can get their hands out. And these are cultist behavior.
And you know where most of corruption money spent in Jamaica, sir?
Parish council.
Bar.
Well, they used to drop the money in bars.
Bar. Especially when when the parish council check, then usually run.
Yes, man.
Most of the money spent in a bar. Everybody flirting, having a good time.
Bar started by a rum.
Yeah, man. That's exactly what it is. So the taxpayers' money, fattening themselves and their cronies. That's what politics, PNP use politics money and do. You see what they're doing it with KSAMC. Why is that mayor still allowed to walk? Why? He was caught red-handed, you know. Why is Swebe still allowed to walk free? Why Mocha and the Integrity Commission don't recommend that he be locked up?
The matter not done yet. It's still under investigation, so give them
From January now.
Exercise patience.
From January.
I know, Mayor, you know, but we still don't know how long it's going to
Every PNP meeting in the corporate era, Mayor Swebe is there. Every PNP pana knock him there because of that money I used to finance him.
But Kingston 11, look on the dismal failure of a PJ Patterson as Prime Minister of this country. We have broke down infrastructure right across the board. Poor management of government and economy. Spiral crime. Corruption index. Migration of our educated class. Just name it. It is numerous. But
There's
yet
a
still.
percentage.
But yet still.
Listen to the corruption.
He have the audacity to come out recently and say I can set record straight.
He might that.
You understand me?
Him only dig up pants so him never want. Because now is a topic. People forget
this man should be bound in half a tree and stoned to death for what he has brought this country to.
They're lucky. They're lucky that we are not like some countries.
You understand?
Yeah.
KD Knight, who was a senior government minister from 1989 to the time when I depart Parliament, stood up and his farewell speech was after in government for 18 and a half years. He is not convinced
that they have done enough.
That his party have done enough to eradicate poverty and make Jamaica a better place. So he's saying, when he look back and do his reflection, he's saying that we are a failed administrator.
Yes.
We have failed the Jamaican people. After the Jamaican people have entrusted us for 18 and a half years, we have failed them. And when you look at this present administration, to them, this administration is far cut above them. But yet still, this administration is the one that the Jamaican people don't like.
It make you wonder whether we like progress or not. This is the PNP, and we must remember, the PNP have a well-oiled machine when it comes to propaganda. You would have heard the young lady say it yesterday that she would have to get back to party headquarters, even though she said she never been to party headquarters. She would have to get back to party headquarters to confirm some of the things that she was told. She wouldn't come out and say yes or no. I was listening part of the conversation. I don't know if you hear it yesterday. Abo.
No.
Yeah, there was a lady there. I think it's Angela Brownberg. She said she's not, but I think it's she. And she was there on the program.
Listen to me. You know, every day I get up, It's on 11. Let me tell you something. Me not even have a secondary education. Right?
Education and make you intelligent,
Me only finish early at school, but me read a lot.
John Major. ABC education don't make you, academics don't make you intelligent,
Yeah, I know.
You know
I know
that?
it's a different. It's a different.
Okay.
But when we listen to Angela Brownberg in our parliament, with a PhD, he let me scoff and spit a ground, brother.
That's what I tell you about the cultists.
And I'm not saying this to disrespect her as a woman, but I'm saying that her PhD is a waste. It's an
Well,
absolutely waste.
You know that they used to buy them. when you look at the people who say that they have doctorate, they bought them. Them
You
don't
know,
really study for nothing.
You know, Kingston 11. I saw a program the other day on TikTok. With Cliff Hughes and his analysts.
Mm-hmm.
And they were trying to play the devil's advocate, I guess. Looking at the PNP as an alternative. And they were looking at the who are there now, who will form a PNP cabinet. And right there and then, Cliff Hughes and the other gentleman was struggling where to fit an Angela Brown Burke.
Well, she is the face of PNP, face of foreign affairs.
And they could not fit her in the foreign affairs ministry.
They can't fit her anywhere.
No, so they say right there, let them dump our local government. So maybe she can go there to go taxi and cat again. Right?
Increase the taxes.
All right. When they look at Anthony Hilton, the gentleman said there's no way possible that Mark Walling could involve Anthony Hilton in his cabinet. Because this man, who is a member of parliament, have the lowest and the worst work ethics as a member of parliament that sit in the parliament today.
Worse than Brown and Golding themselves?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's only show you that, brother. We are having
There is no
serious
alternative, and
problems.
I did ask on another platform that to match up the ministers with their shadow partners and see what we're changing for, what they would be changing for if
And
they
they
should
go
make
on.
a mistake.
They go and they couldn't put Bunting back in security.
No,
So they were saying maybe they could have push him a finance.
but
That's what they were saying.
You mad? That is giving putting butter upon puss mouth.
No, but this, if they put Bunting at finance, will this not be a second FinTech 0.20?
Of course it
Where
is.
the distribution of the wealth will distribute again to the rich? And also
There
that
is
they
no
will target.
alternative. There
Because
is no alternative.
Let me tell you something now, Kingston 11. The question I wanted to ask this morning. Where are the Paul Cheng Young of 2025 in Jamaica? Where are the Dan Crawford? Where are the other one name? But I'm not remembering their name now. But these Jamaicans.
We are the entrepreneur. You see,
These Jamaicans who build out
you see,
future, build out New Kingston, build out the Jamaica private sector. Where are they today?
no,
Where
let me answer that for you.
Body.
Let me answer. Let me answer.
Crawford today.
Let me answer that for you. Mark Golding and Peter Bunting being a part of our political direct is scaring away these people because they know what they went through during the FinTech period. They are not willing to put up their capitals again. There are people in the diaspora with billions, man, that is waiting, That's why I beg every day. I beg that this third term, because after this third term and Jamaica turn the corner, we cannot turn back, Even the devil come into government, he cannot rule us again, because this generation of people haven't seen the good that government can do. That is why we have the disconnect that Black King was talking about earlier. That disconnect exists. Because nobody wants to take the chance. It is government that is have to be doing the work. Because the private sector who are there now are not enough. and they are there for their own private benefit. And they too are looking out of the bad eye to see when and where they can benefit more. It's not all for Jamaican people. The private sector is there because when the PNP is in power, the private sector make more money. You have the Matalans who became wise men. They are on committees after committees getting taxpayers' money for drinking wine and boogerism. We pay for that.
In the 90s, when at time I was so fed up and frustrated, and I was asking myself the question, is only Matalan them alone at Jamaica can sit on board?
Only them make money. Yes.
Matalan them sit on the board in Jamaica.
Yes. So these are the wise men that benefited from the PNP being in power. And they are not enough. They are not wise enough because they are losing money now. They are not sensible enough to say, well, we need to do this and need to do that. As investors, let us be neutral. They are picking a side. So you see where we are. Nobody, if this government win the third term, the government with the projects that we are doing and the plans that the Prime Minister have, because it don't matter who, as long as he is the head for the next 2 terms. It don't matter who the cabinet are. It is his vision that they are fulfilling. And he's the one giving the mandate. Don't believe say him light, Him no light. When him talk. This is not a light, brethren. You can't push him around. And when he make his demand, then they have to fulfill it. But he's not one to bully and push. He's not, as he has been saying for a long time, if you can remember, he doesn't do knee jerk. Something happened, he let it die down, and then he will do what is necessary. But you're not going to get him chasing off a lick of fire with a big bucket of water. No. Him let it burn out and him control it. You understand? That is why the PNP cannot draw him out. No matter what him do, them can't get a reaction out of him. Because he's solid and he's grounded. And the prayers that nation pray for him. Poor people pray for him, Every day poor people pray for him. Everywhere him go, you see some old lady or some man or some woman lay them hand upon him genuinely and pray for him strength. That is not ordinary, brother. I want to know that not ordinary, Only PNP cost the Prime Minister because them can't have them way. And I'm going to warn the PNP bloggers them now. Collect uno money before the election. Because after election, uno don't have a cent to get. Collect now. Because that billion where Julian promised them, I owe him more them, And I sell them a flying ass. That when him win, him going to give them $1 billion. It's going to share up for them. It's not going to happen because they're not going to win. So no collect no money now if them can't pay, no stop. The PNP will not get their hand on government money and our taxpayers' money. The PNP is not going to win. So no collect no money today or Friday. Collect no money because we don't have none to get after election. Somebody else have a talk. One love. Blessed. One love. This thing freeze.
What you said, if you collect the money, if you collect the money now.
No man, yeah man.